Chapter 47. Muhammed. In the name of God, the kind, the caring. The unbelievers who repel from God's path, He nullifies their works. The believers who work righteousness, and believe in what was revealed to Muhammad, which is the truth from their Lord, He erases their sins, and He relieves their worries. It's because the unbelievers follow falsehoods, and the believers follow the truth from their Lord. That's how God gives examples to people. When you encounter the unbelievers, strike at their necks. Then, when you've subdued them, tighten the bond. Then release them graciously or by ransom, but they must surrender their weapons. If God had willed, He could have taken revenge on them, but He tests some of you with others. As for those killed in God's way, He won't let their deeds go to waste. He will guide them, and He will relieve their concerns. And He will admit them to paradise, which He has identified for them. O you who believe! If you stand up for God, He will support you, and He will strengthen your foothold. As for the unbelievers, for them is ruin, and He will waste their works. It's because they hated what God revealed, so He nullified their works. Didn't they travel through the earth and see the fate of those before them? God poured destruction on them, and something similar awaits the unbelievers. It's because God is the ally of believers, but unbelievers have no ally. God will admit the righteous believers into gardens with rivers flowing underneath. The unbelievers enjoy themselves, and they eat as cattle eat, and the fire is their final home. Many cities were more powerful than the one that expelled you, but we destroyed their inhabitants, and they had no helper. Is someone who accepts his Lord's clear arguments, like someone whose bad deeds seem attractive to him, and he follows his desires? The parable of paradise promised to the righteous, rivers of water whose taste and smell never change, rivers of milk always fresh, rivers of wine that delight the drinkers, rivers of pure honey. For them, there are all kinds of fruits, and the forgiveness of their Lord. Like someone who stays in the fire forever, is given boiling water to drink, which pierces his insides? Some of them listen to you. But when they leave you, they say to the knowledgeable, "What did he just say?" God sealed their hearts, and they follow their desires. As for the guided, He increases them in guidance, and He blesses them with righteousness. Are they waiting for the hour to take them by surprise? Its signs have already appeared. So what's the point of paying attention? Know that there is no God but God. And ask forgiveness for your sin, and for believing men and women. God knows your places of work and rest. The believers say, "Why was no chapter revealed?" Yet when a decisive chapter is revealed, and fighting is mentioned in it, you see the sick at heart staring at you, like someone fainting at death. It would have been much better for them. Obedience and honest speech. Then, when the matter is settled, it would have been better for them to be faithful to God. If you turn away, you're likely to do stupid things on earth and break your family ties. God condemned these people. He made them deaf, and He blinded their sight. Don't they ponder the Quran? Or are there locks on their minds? Those who relapsed after guidance became clear to them. Satan tempted them, and he gave them slack. It's because they said to those who hated what God revealed, "We'll follow you in certain things." But God knows their secret thoughts. How about when the angels take their souls, slapping their faces and backs? It's because they pursued what displeases God, and they disliked His approval, so He nullified their works. Do sick-hearted people think that God won't expose their bad feelings? If we willed, we could have shown them to you. And you would have recognized them by their features. And you would have recognized them by their tone of speech. God knows your actions. We will test you, until we prove those who strive and endure. And we'll test your claims. The unbelievers who prevent others from following God's path and oppose the messenger after guidance became clear to them. They're incapable of doing the slightest harm to God. And He will make their deeds go to waste. O you who believe! Obey God, and obey the messenger, and don't spoil your works. The unbelievers who prevent others from following God's path then die unbelievers. God won't forgive them. Don't lose heart and beg for peace. You are the uppermost, and God is with you. And He won't deprive you of your efforts. This life is play and pastime. If you believe and are righteous, He will give you your rewards, and He won't ask you for your wealth. If He were to ask you and pressure you, you would refrain, and He would expose your unwillingness. Here you are, invited to donate for God's cause. But some of you are holding back. Whoever holds back against himself. God is the rich, and you're the needy. If you turn away, He will replace you with others, and they won't be like you.